Hey guys, welcome back to Four Brown Chicks. While you're here, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share our content. This week in Rock With It or Stop It, we wanted to talk about a couple different things. The first thing I wanted to talk about was George Clooney admitting that he gave 14 of his friends $1 million. And I just wanted to know, obviously, I ain't even got to ask y'all if y'all rocking with it or stop it. I just wanted to talk about how much we rocking with that. So let's go.
Well, I'm rocking with it just off of the fact that I have that energy of when I make it, all my friends gonna make it. Like, I feel like it's not my job, but it's just that's who I am as a person to like create opportunities for other people. So I can't necessarily say I'm gonna hand over $1 million each, but I feel like for sure, I feel like if you have it, you should, help out your friends, help them to become the best version of themselves.
Yeah, I agree. Like when you have that much money and you reach that level of wealth and security, it's only right that you give back, whether it's to your community, to the people around you, to your family in some way, and also help your friends, reach whatever their version of success looks like in any way that you can. So I think it was pretty awesome to see that there are people out there that, they don't just hoard money to themselves and they like are giving to their friends and family. And I definitely rock with that. And I would do the same thing.
I rock with it too. I would personally not exactly want to know where all the money's going, but I would like to see something come out of it. Like I'm not just trying to give it to you and you go buy a Birkin bag or whatever the girls are getting these days. But that also comes down to the great feeling of not having that many friends because I know exactly what they would do with it. So yeah, I rock with it, and I think that's really dope. And I mean, he's clearly at a point in his career where he's able to do that, and I think that's amazing.
I definitely rock with it. I'm a person who I love like making the people around me feel good, making them feel special. If I had money, people would probably be getting surprises every single day. So I don't know if it's like Shay said, I don't know if I just smack y'all $1 million, right off back, but I'm sure over time, the gifts, the trips, the help, the it's whatever you need, I'm sure it's gonna equate to that. But I just feel like I rock with that. Like, and one of the things that he said was like these people, when he look around and think about his success, he feel like his friends contributed. Like they was there when stuff wasn't going good, and they was there when things was good. And I just feel like you got to reward the people in your life for always being supportive of you. And when you make it, it's not just about you. Like Shani said, it's about giving back. It's about inspiring people to let them know they can make it too, but also using your love to help others, as many people as you can, especially your friends and the people that's closest to you. So I rock with it.
When you think about how much money he actually has, $1 million probably might be $50 to him compared to what we dealing with on our budget.
That's
Yeah.
probably like a light bill every year, light bill,
Yeah.
a mansion or two, you know what I mean? So um it's just nice to see. And I'm sure there are lots of other celebrities that do it. I'm sure it's just probably not publicized, but it is nice to know that, I feel like being in like the celebrity spotlight, a lot of times people get this idea that they're probably selfish or just all about self, but it's just refreshing to hear of people, you know, giving back in other ways.
Agreed. Which is an interesting segue into our next topic, giving back, or are you? On a less on a different note, so this is a social media topic that was going around. So I don't know if you guys are hit, but the new PS5s and the new Xboxes are out. So it's a thing. It's a hunt for them. Like y'all going through great lengths for these game systems. So one young lady purchased her significant other a game system, and he went and sold it. So the post was like he was ungrateful. Why would he go sell it? And then they were like, but he went to go sell it to buy a ring, to purchase her an engagement ring. So now people are like, oh, that's sweet. But I'm like, So I just want to know if y'all rocking with that, or if he needs to stop it.
So my first initial thought when I heard this story, and I really hope this is not wrong. Hopefully I don't offend anybody, but my first thought was, so she bought her own engagement ring, which I mean, you know, whatever. That's not, people do it all the time. They decide they want to pick out their own ring and pay for it. But I personally do not rock with that. And it's only because I feel like him selling the gift really actually kind of invalidated the gesture that she wanted to extend to him by buying him the gift. You know what I mean? Like, she clearly, that meant something for her to gift him with the PS5. So for him to turn around and sell it, that was really what I don't rock with. You know what I mean? Like, him using the money to get her a ring, that's great. But the fact that he even sold her gift was, to me, just kind of like, that's all I got.
I really struggled with my thoughts about this because on one hand I thought, okay, he's sacrificing him being able to play that PlayStation 5. And you know how gamers are about them games. Like, that is actually a big sacrifice to give that up, to say maybe they already had a conversation of wanting to get married and they just really didn't have the finances. And for him, if they have joint finances, he's like, why would we spend $500 on a PlayStation 5 when we trying to get married? I'm trying to wife you up. Like, but then the other part of me was feeling a little bit materialistic, like, why did he spend $500 on a ring, like, only? I don't know. Like, where did he get the ring from? I just had so many questions, and that's why I struggled, because I feel like that was my ego talking, like, only $500 on an engagement ring. But I know there are some other women who gonna relate to that. And then, just like you said, to take something that I bought for you as a gift, like my hard-earned money, and then just be like, actually, I'm just gonna use this to marry you. And it's just like, you couldn't save up your own money or make it a more meaningful thing, us getting engaged, than just like tossing out the PS5? Because, well, he resold it, but did he really even get the full amount for it? Like, there's so many questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel the same. And I think it's my ego too. And I'm also looking at it like, you sold it to someone for the money, but technically you used my money to buy my ring. Like, it didn't come exactly from my money, but I bought you that gift. You sold that gift to get the amount for my ring. And to me, I just feel like, I don't know. It's like, it's not, it's just, you don't feel the same, because you're like, I didn't buy that for my ring. Like, I bought that for you to enjoy because that's something you like. Also, with the $500 thing, I just don't think that $500 is an appropriate amount to spend on a ring. If that's what you got, and you know what? I take it back. For some people might have different views.
Don't
For
do
me,
that, Jess. That's
for
your
me,
opinion.
Yes, for you. Yeah.
for me, we not gonna do $500. Like, come on, no, no. Um. So yeah, I just think it was very tasteless. And so if you moving like that, like a fiance, how you gonna be moving when we get married? What our wedding gonna look like? Like,
I agree with Jazz. I feel it was tasteless. If we having a discussion about getting married, then in his case, he should have started making the sacrifices to start saving up for the ring. You're not, if I do something nice for you, I feel like that's an opportunity. That's not like you took the opportunity of using what I gave you to like there's so many questions. Like, what if she had been pressuring him to like get engaged or whatever, right? So then he took what she gave, and he took that opportunity to use what she did. He didn't even have to work for nothing. He got the money that she spent and then tried to put it back on her. Like, here, I did something nice. If you're proposing to me, you need to be thoughtful. Like, it needs to be something that you want to do, something that you take the time to plan, something that you sacrifice for. You know, like, this needs to be like, I want to feel the effort of you, the energy of you're special and I want to marry you and I would do things for you, not like hey girl, thanks. Like in exchange, all right, you want this ring. You tried to do this for me, so I'm gonna just do something that you want. I just don't think it was a good idea. And um I'm with the ladies, like, I'm sorry, $500 is not like my dream engagement ring. Like, and if we didn't talk about marriage, then we didn't talk about rings, and you know that my style is not in the $500 range. So I'm not rocking with it.
But I think it depends on the stage of life y'all in together, because this
That's
is
true.
almost embarrassing for me to admit, but when I got married to my ex-husband, he didn't even have a ring when he proposed to me, and I said yes.
But
And
you
when you are younger and not as stable, you are just thinking in the sense of like love. I love this person. I want to be with this person. We want to be married no matter how much money we have. But at a different age, different things matter. And I feel like more thought and savings should be put into something as big as an engagement ring.
So,
agree.
ladies, if you recently bought your man a PS5, 5,
Bye.
PS5, and you don't see him playing it, and he proposes on Christmas, he might not have went viral, but he may have sold that game for your engagement.
Woo. All right. And on that note, moving on. The last thing I wanted to talk about was the concert that all the Black people attended this week, which was the versus battle between Jeezy and Gucci. I don't know about y'all, but I was in my living room turned, okay? I don't care what day night it was. It took me back to college. It took me back to high school. It took me back to the days, okay? But what I want to address though was the animosity in the room. Cause woo, baby, the tension was thick. And that was more than tension. The violence levels was thick. Like it just felt like violence could pop off at any moment. Like I remember at one point, I'm like, oh, they about to fight. They about to fight. Oh no, they're about to fight. They didn't fight though, y'all. But how did y'all feel about the versus battle?
I was so excited because just like you said, it was super nostalgic, I guess, for like my teenage years. Just like I love Gucci Mane. I probably know every Gucci Mane song. I was mad he ain't played the ones I wanted to hear. Y'all gotta let us know in the comments if y'all team Gucci or team.
It don't even matter at this point. They talked about that for 3 days after the battle, but go on.
I will say it took me back to my Bowling Green State University days. Um, I wasn't really the biggest party animal in college. That wasn't me. But since I did go to a predominantly white university, sometimes on the basketball court, you'd be walking to class and just hear a little Gucci, and it gets you a little hype before class. And so it brought me back to those memories. And just on the times I did go out, it brought me back to just like pre-gaming in your dorm or at your apartment, and then going out to, which once again, I went to a predominantly white college. So the black parties were at some off court gym somewhere, but they were fun and it brought back all those memories. And the animosity, it had me a little shook on the others. Like I just didn't know what could possibly go down at that moment on that stage at Magic City. I didn't know what was about to happen. And it's also interesting though, because I was trying to explain it to my sister. Do you guys know that none of the gossip sites have anything on the verses, on that verses?
What you mean?
Like, so the shade room doesn't have anything. Like, they don't have memes. They don't, like, you know how for all the other verses they had like video clips. They don't have any of that. I thought that was interesting. Or baller alert.
I didn't notice that because I'm more of a Twitter person than an Instagram person, and the memes was going on Twitter.
Well, they weren't, and
Going.
I'm used to them. Like they were, and I was wondering if it was anything that like is in a contract or for some reason they weren't allowed to speak on it. But I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, I didn't notice that, but now I'm gonna go like now
Me
I'm
too.
searching it, like, well, what's really going on? But it definitely gave me memories. I really, really enjoyed it. Listening to it, I didn't realize I knew as many Jeezy songs. Like I really went in like, oh yeah, I'm team, Gucci or whatever. And then as Jeezy was playing, I was like, oh my God. Like every time getting so hyped. I have a 3-year-old daughter, and at one point when the tension was super, I even think the security guard walked up from the side and kind of cut into the camera view. I was like, ah! And then my daughter was like, Mommy, what's going on? What's going on? But obviously nothing happened. I will say this, and this is I'm a conspiracy theorist, you guys. I really feel like, well, this isn't even a conspiracy. The marketing for this, I think, was really, really well. They definitely exploited the beef between the two. Because I had no idea about any of that, and that was actually what drew me in to want to watch it and like see what happened. And even like the sequence of like the songs they played, like everything was just so well executed. I feel like it got tense at just the right moments. Then, Jeezy had his speech after where I was like, okay, he trying to, unite the people. I don't know. It was just really well done. I personally think it might have been a little bit scripted, but that's just my opinion. Nonetheless, I really enjoyed myself.
Yeah, I felt like, well, I kind of already told y'all how I felt when I opened it up, but I went into it non-biased, like I wasn't team Jeezy or I wasn't team Gucci. I was team for the culture. I was here for the music, and I felt like I got the whole experience. So I was rocking with it for real. And I don't know the backstory about all the street stuff because people were like, you don't know street. I don't know the street code, but I just know I was rocking with the versus battle though. It was cool.
Well, I guess they said back in the day. Well, I ain't gonna say back in the day because we ain't even that old, but like tried to have Gucci Mane like off or whatever.
Yeah.
Why everything was like so intense, and then I think the person that did it is still in jail. Like there's probably the legal aspect of it of why they couldn't talk about it or why certain blogs wasn't saying, because if somebody has been charged with something, they're not gonna like say this or that.
Yeah.
Probably. But they did say Gucci Mane had like all those bodyguards. You seen like footage afterward. He had like 2 armed guards outside of his vehicle, a lot of security escorting him out the building. Like he was not there to play with his life.
Period. Well, all right, guys. So thanks for tuning in to another segment of Rock With It or Stop With It. Again, let us know your thoughts in the comments. If there was some songs that you wanted to hear, let us know which one y'all missed out on. If y'all was team whatever, let us know. Discussions necessary in the comments. So hit us up. Hit us up. Damn. I'm sorry. You gonna have to edit that, Shani.
Girl, come on.
Oh, I don't know what to say. I messed up already. Where should I start off?
Video, then we all say bye.
Oh, you said what? Hurry up.
Just forget it. I'll just chop into
Say
it.
it real quick before it closes out. Just like
Okay, tune in to our next video. Bye. Say bye.
Come on.